McDonald's bagels are back! It's been a while, so I'm going to rate the steak, egg, and cheese bagel on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, wow. It's giving me a 10. I can taste the tender, juicy steak patty and savory grilled onions. I can't wait to have a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel or a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel. Plus, I can get any size iced coffee for just $2.69. Let me take another bite of this bagel. Oh, yeah. Definitely a 10. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
It's 29 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, and it's time to take a look at local news. It's being brought to you by Gar Truck and Equipment, located in St. James, serving the surrounding area. They want to help you with all your equipment needs, from chainsaws and mowers to tractors. Stop in and talk to Matt McCarter today at Gar Truck and Equipment, located at 14380 State Route B in St. James. You can also call them at 573-265-5110. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors held their regular meeting at the hospital library Tuesday evening. The statistical summary of operations showed the hospital inpatient admissions were 79, of which 49 were for medical and surgical, 5 for swing beds, and 25 for observation. These admissions totaled 280 inpatient census days. Notably, the average length of stay for both medical, surgical, and swing beds were up significantly compared to March of 2023. There were 1,400 outpatient registrations, 1,560 cardiopulmonary procedures, 6,731 lab tests, 1,301 radiological procedures, 680 rehabilitation treatments, and 39 surgical procedures. There were 639 emergency room visits with 57 patients being admitted. A total of 226 ambulance runs were made with 166 patients being transported. The Chief Nursing Officer report from Ashley Owens stated that there were openings for 5 night nursing positions as well as full-time EMTs. The mandatory annual Nursing Skills Lab is scheduled for May 9th. The recognition for the Nurse of the Year will follow on May 10th. In Human Resources, there were 3 new hires while 6 employees left. According to the first quarter report, this totals 10 new hires while 29 have left. Nearly half of those who have left were from the nursing department. An accident occurred Wednesday afternoon at 207 in Phelps County on I-44, 3 miles west of Doolittle. According to the Highway Patrol report, a westbound 2023 Harley-Davidson FLHTP operated by 54-year-old Patrick Rippey of Owensburg, Indiana, began to reduce speed due to traffic conditions. A 2019 Ford F-350 driven by 30-year-old Mitchell Lawrence of Salem struck the rear of the Harley-Davidson, causing Rippey to be ejected. Rippey suffered serious injuries and was flown to University Hospital in Columbia. According to the report, Rippey was not wearing safety equipment, while Lawrence was wearing a safety restraint. The motorcycle went off the left side of the roadway and struck the cable barrier, sustaining moderate damage. The Ford had minor damage and was driven from the scene. On Saturday, April 27th, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the Jadwin Volunteer Fire Department will be celebrating their 27th General Membership Meeting. Barbecue and beverages will be provided, as well as paper plates, plasticware, and napkins. Folks in attendance and you're invited. You're asked to please bring your favorite picnic food, dessert, casserole, pie, or cake to share with your neighbors. That's coming up Saturday, April 27th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the Jadwin Volunteer Fire Department 27th Annual General Membership Meeting, located at 33 Highway ZZ at the intersection of Highways K and ZZ. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with more local news.
Need to schedule an appointment for an X-ray, MRI, CT, nuclear medicine, or an ultrasound? Call SMDH Centralized Scheduling at 573-453-5952. SMDH will schedule your tests while working around your personal schedule, help you pre-register for service, and help you navigate insurance requirements before your appointment. Schedule your radiology appointment today with Salem Memorial District Hospital by calling Centralized Scheduling 453-5952. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Check out all these great savings at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save up to 24% on select small engine air, inline, and oil filters. Plus, they have Rain-X High Foaming Creamy X Wash and Wax $16.99 and McGuire's Hot Rims All-Wheel and Tire Cleaner only $6.99 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
Hitting an underground line can cause serious injury. It could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. I'm Commissioner Jason Holzman of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 before any excavation work begins. The 811 call center will then notify all relevant utilities in the project area. So remember, you must contact 811 before you dig. It's free, and it's the law.
Dig safely, it's the law.
Continuing with news, a recent investigation of illegal tree harvesting on the Mark Twain National Forest that led to the indictment of a southern Missouri man used an uncommon form of evidence, DNA from an illegally harvested log. This case marks the first time that tree DNA was used to investigate a federal timber poaching case in the eastern United States. Timber theft is a common crime on public lands. Black walnut, the tree in this case, is among the largest and longest-lived hardwood tree species growing on Mark Twain's 1.5 million acres. Its wood is sought after for veneers and furniture, which makes it an attractive target for timber poaching on federal and other lands across Missouri and neighboring states. In October of 2019, witnesses notified a law enforcement officer of a potential illegal harvest on the forest near Siloam Springs, Missouri. After identifying 8 freshly cut walnut stumps at the site, a Forest Service special agent was assigned to the case. He investigated a nearby hardwood lumber mill where he found one log with dimensions matching one of the stumps. An offcut from the end of the suspect log showed a near-perfect fit to one of the freshly cut stumps at the theft site. To convincingly prove that this stump and log represented the same tree, the special agent contacted Richard Crone, a USDA Forest Service research geneticist based in Oregon, who studies forest tree genetics and has pioneered the use of tree DNA in illegal logging investigations. Crone's lab evaluated the stump and log samples utilizing the new test, and results showed that the samples were identical across 80 genetic markers. For Missouri black walnut, that DNA database was built by Forest Service law enforcement and timber staff and adventure scientists, a citizen science volunteer organization. The group's volunteers collected leaf and wood samples across the species range, and Forest Service geneticists analyzed the samples to determine the DNA profile probability, or the chance that 2 random walnut trees would share the same DNA fingerprint. Using this database, the research team determined that the DNA profile probability for the illegal cut tree was less than 1 in a million trillion. Wow, what a number. Let me say that again. 1 in a million trillion. The combination of physical evidence and DNA testing proved irrefutable. The defendant pled guilty in July of 2023 to 1 felony count of depredation of government property and was sentenced to 5 months of time served, a 3-year supervised release, and restitution for the value of the timber and ecological damage to the forest. April is National Safe Digging Month, so make sure you call or click before you dig. It's free and it's the law. Warmer weather usually means an increase in outside projects that may require digging or excavation. If you're building a deck, planting a tree, or completing a large project, Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 by calling 811 or placing a locate request online at www.missouri-811.org before any excavation begins. The call will be taken by the Missouri 811 call center, which then notifies all relevant utilities in the project area. Once Missouri 811 is notified, utility companies will mark the approximate location of their underground lines, request additional information, or advise you that they do not have facilities at the excavation site. Hitting an underground line can cause serious injuries. It could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. The Missouri Public Service Commission reminds consumers to call before you dig. It's free and it's the law. For more information, please go to Missouri 811 at www.missouri-811.org. Between March 30th and April 5th, there were a total of 115 calls for service to the Salem Police Department. Officers with the Salem Police Department conducted 8 traffic stops for various traffic violations, with 3 resulting in a summons or arrest. On Sunday evening, March 31st, officers conducted a mental 96-hour detention transport to Osage Beach. The next day, April 1st, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, officers locate a male subject who had active warrants for his arrest. During the investigation, the male subject attempted to conceal himself from officers, but after a short investigation, he was located. Jacob Bussey, age 26, of Salem, was arrested and incarcerated at the Dent County Jail for his warrants for failing to obey a judge's order and possession of a controlled substance. The warrant had no bond. The next afternoon at 1 o'clock, officers arrested and transported a man from Texas County Jail for warrants out of the Salem Police Department. Please contact the Salem Police Department at 573-729-4242 if you have any information regarding any ongoing investigation. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Gar Truck and Equipment at St. James. Come see Gar Trucking and Equipment for all your equipment needs, big or small, agriculture, construction. They sell it all. Stop by it at 14380 State Route B in St. James, or call them at 573-265-5110. That's 5110, or check them out on Facebook.
Call the professionals at Gar Truck and Equipment, STAT.
What's happening to me?
Sir, you've been using your junk mower way too long. We need to get you on a new Ferris, Stihl, or Husqvarna mower from Gar Truck and Equipment fast.
Medic, the guys from Gar are here.
Quick, get him on that new zero-turn mower now. And there he goes. We saved another one.
Test drive your new Ferris, Husqvarna, or Stihl lawnmower from Gar Truck and Equipment today. Check out gartruck.com.
Thank you very much, Matt. Well, it's time to take a look at that daily stock market report, and it's brought to you as courtesy of the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones has been serving investors since 1922, and they can assist you today. Now, our daily investment report with Ms. Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing you the daily financial market report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand, Leah Nash, and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed lower. The Dow closed down 46 points to close at 37,753. The Nasdaq closed down 182 points to close at 15,683. And the S&P 500 closed down 29 points to close at 5,022. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.58%. The price of crude oil was down $2.64 to close at $82.72, and the spot price of gold was down $19.10 to close at $2,388.70. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $71.93. Up $1.59, AT&T $16.12, up 3 cents. Boeing $170.21, down 34 cents. Dollar General $144.49, down 50 cents. ExxonMobil $118.63, down 6 cents. McDonald's $269.95, up $4.52. Microsoft $411.84, down $2.74. PepsiCo $169.48, up $1.98. Pfizer $25.42, down 27 cents. Procter & Gamble $156.96, up $1.01. U.S. Bancorp $39.52, down $1.48, and Walmart $59.65, down 19 cents. This has been today's financial market report brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing right here in Salem, Missouri, bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Thank you very much, Teresa. That's been the Daily Investment Report, brought to you as a courtesy of the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC. If you'd like more information, stop by their offices right here in Salem at 907 South Pershing, or you can call them at 573-729-3831.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Town & Country Bank brings you this message. Shopping online at your favorite shop at a public Wi-Fi hotspot may seem the perfect way to multitask. However, it's a risky proposition that could jeopardize your online security. Public Wi-Fi is a prime target for cyber criminals looking to steal your personal information. So it's strongly recommended that you avoid making any purchases via public Wi-Fi. Instead, always opt for a VPN or use your phone as a hotspot to keep your online shopping experience secure and stress-free. Town & Country Bank, member FDIC.
Well, here at KSMO, I've got 15 minutes till the hour of 8 o'clock, and it's time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Well, weather permitting, we're looking at having some baseball and softball action this afternoon. Starting up, the Salem Baseball Tigers, they'll play in Mountain Grove this afternoon at 4:30. Again, weather permitting. The Tigers are riding a 5-game winning streak and are 11-2 on the season going into the game. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers look to turn things around at home today as they host Ava this afternoon at 4:30. The game will be covered on KSMO Radio and live streamed on KSMO Media, starting with Tiger Talk around 4:15. Yesterday afternoon, Caden Du Bois and Brooke Mahurin each signed letters of intent to continue their education and sports careers. Brooke Mahurin signed with East Central College for softball. Caden Du Bois will be heading south to Missouri State West Plains for baseball. Congratulations to both of these Salem Tiger student athletes. The Cardinals played Game 3 against the Athletics yesterday and lost by a score of 9-3. The Cards scored all their runs in the top of the fourth, briefly taking the lead before the A's responded with 3 runs of their own at the bottom of the fifth. The Cardinals begin a new series versus the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow, and I believe that final score was 6-3, not 9-3 that I just read on my printed copy. Kansas City Royals played their doubleheader versus the Chicago White Sox yesterday. The Royals and Sox split the game, with the Royals winning the first game 4-2 and the Sox taking the second game 2-1. The Royals will play Baltimore Orioles tomorrow evening at 6:40. St. Louis Blues played their final game of the season against the Dallas Stars last night and lost 2-1. The loss gives them a final season record of 43-33-5. Blues captain Braden Shin has been nominated for the King Clancy Memorial Trophy for the second consecutive year. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with Operation Weather Watch shortly.
Hitting an underground line can cause serious injury. It could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. I'm Commissioner Jason Holzman of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 before any excavation work begins. The 811 call center will then notify all relevant utilities in the project area. So remember, You must contact 811 before you dig. It's free, and it's the law.
Dig safely, it's the law.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
Here at KSMO, it's time for Operation Weather Watch, a complete summary of weather in the KSMO listing area. Upper level analysis and water vapor imagery show upper level low pressure over southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba into North Dakota. South of the low, some quick westerlies with the main upper jet to the north over the northern plains and upper Mississippi Valley. Lower to the ground, 850 MB low was located over western Kansas with a low-level jet of 40 to 50 knots over central and eastern Kansas, which was aiding the convection currently occurring over northeast Kansas into northwest Missouri. This convection was remaining northwest of the forecast area so far tonight. A surface front was extending northeast of the low in southeastern Kansas into northeastern Kansas and central and northern Missouri near the I-70 corridor. Moisture continues to draw northward into the areas south of the front, and dew points in far southern Missouri were in the 50s and 60s. Dew points were in the 40s in central Missouri. Severe weather potential today and this evening. Moisture and instability will continue to increase this morning over the area with ML capes in the 1,500 to 2,500 J per kilogram. Range from late morning into the early evening ahead of the southeastward moving cold front. There will be the potential for some discrete cells developing ahead of the front from late morning into early afternoon before storms become more linear, with the main risk being with large hail up to golf ball size. Not overly impressed with the 0.1 km or 0.3 km shear values ahead of the front with this system. As the afternoon wears on, the storms are expected to become more linear along the cold front, and the main risk will be with damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. If you can get a northwest to southeast oriented bowing segment along the QLCS, 0 to 3 km shear vectors of 30 to 40 knots may support an isolated tornado risk over the eastern counties from late afternoon into early evening. This system should be quick to move through the area, with areas in the west likely not receiving much rainfall with more scattered convection. Best thunderstorm chances for any one point will generally occur over a 3 to 4 hour window. Convection should end in the east by the mid to late evening, with clearing in the west late. Lows tonight will be in the low 40s in the west to upper 40s to near 50 in the southeast. In our long term, through Wednesday, cooler than normal temperatures Friday through Sunday, and behind the front, a cooler air mass will begin to push into the area and will bring cooler than normal temperatures to the area for Friday through the upcoming weekend. Highs will generally be in the 60s, with lows dipping into the upper 30s to low 40s over the weekend. Some upper energy will push across the area late in the weekend and may bring some light rain or sprinkles to the area late Saturday into Sunday, mainly in the south. But the main energy and moisture will be off to the south of the area. Little to no measurable precipitation is expected with this feature. Temperatures will be warming back to normal and above normal next week. The Canadian air mass will push east of the area early next week, and we should see a return to a low-level southerly flow behind the low. Increased low-level warm advection and Gulf moisture will also occur. Temperatures should warm back into the upper 60s to mid-70s through the period. Rain chances Monday night through Wednesday with upper-level energy and a surface frontal system should move through the area Monday night into Wednesday of next week, bringing the next decent rain chances to the area. Best instability at this time looks to stay south of the area, though there looks like enough for some thunderstorms, but severe chances look to be pretty low at this time. In our climate report, yesterday's high was 81 at 5:30 yesterday morning, with the record high being 87 in 1937. Yesterday's low was 60 degrees at 6:15 yesterday afternoon, with the record low being 27 in 1921. We had no precipitation yesterday. Month to date stands at 2.22 inches. That's just nearly normal, 2.3 inches. Since January 1, we've had 7.96, just 4 100ths below 8 inches, and normal would be 10.75, which means we're still, in fact, at this point, about 2 3/4 inches behind normal. Normal high for today's date would be 69, with the record high being 92 in 2006. Normal low would be 46, with the record low being 26 in 1953. Sun rose this morning at 6:26. It'll set this evening at 7:45. Our weather forecast indicates that showers are likely and maybe some thunderstorms, mainly after 5 p.m. today. That chance of precipitation stands at 60%, with new rainfall amounts possible between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch. Will be mostly sunny with a high near 82, and southerly winds will be 9 to 17 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Tonight we could have some showers and thunderstorms before 10 p.m. Then we have a slight chance of showers after 10 p.m. Some of the storms tonight could produce heavy rainfall, and our chance of precipitation is 80%, with new precipitation amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch being possible. Our low temperature tonight will be around 42, with north winds 11 to 14 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny. Our high temperature will be cooler quite a bit, at a high of 63, with north winds 8 to 11 miles per hour. Those winds may gust as high as 21 miles per hour. And our wind chill values early tomorrow morning will be as low as 36 degrees. Tomorrow night should be partly cloudy with low around 41. Winds will be out of the northeast at 7 to 9 miles per hour. Saturday, we expect For Saturday, we expect partly sunny skies with a high near 61 degrees. North winds will be 9 to 11 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Skies should be mostly cloudy Saturday night, low around 36. Then Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high near 61. Sunday night will be mostly clear with low around 36 degrees. Then Monday will be sunny with a high near 68. We expect partly cloudy skies Monday night with low around 48. Then we have a chance of showers in the forecast for Tuesday with partly sunny skies and a high near 70 degrees. Tuesday night should be partly cloudy with low around 44, and Wednesday mostly sunny with a high temperature near 71 degrees. That's been Operation Weather Watch, brought to you the courtesy of KSMO.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have, because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find these spring deals at K&H Auto Supply. Gumot intake valve cleaner for $12.99 for the 11-ounce size. Blue Devil oil stop leak only $14.49, and Blue Devil head gasket sealer for $29.99. Come on by today at K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
It is now time for the Civic Record. The Civic Record is a program of church and civic news to mention of persons recently deceased. Civic Record is being brought to you as a courtesy of Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 south at Roosevelt. That's where you'll find a full line of quality household furniture, great selection of bedding, and outstanding collection of flooring at the lowest possible prices. Call them today at 573-729-3422 or stop by Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South, truly where the bargains are. Brenda Pearl Jamerson, age 80 of Viburnum, passed away Saturday, April 13th. Funeral service for Brenda Jamerson will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Barry will be in the Boss Cemetery. Brenda is survived by her children, Gary Gamblin and wife Cherry of Bellevue, Diana Faulkner and husband Randy of Bixby, Robert Gamblin and wife Anita of Pilot Knob, and Melissa Brooks of Viburnum. Siblings Eva Underwood and husband Danny of Mountain Grove, and Stephen Jamerson of DeSoto. 8 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren also survive, as well as several nieces, nephews, extended family, and friends. And all arrangements for Brenda Pearl Jamerson of Viburnum are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Bertha May Patterson, age 73, formerly of Salem, passed away Saturday, April 13th. Funeral services for Bertha Patterson will be Friday at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation will also be on Friday from 11 in the morning till service time at 1 o'clock. Barry will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Bertha is survived by her sons, Travis Thompson and wife Melanie of Union, Timothy Thompson of St. Louis, and Joseph Thompson and wife Jerry of Gray Summit. Also daughter Christine Patterson of Springfield. Other survivors include brothers Richard, Frank, and John Perler, 17 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, as well as several nieces, nephews, other relatives, and friends. And all arrangements for Bertha May Patterson, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Ernest Dean Look passed away March 20th at the age of 88 years. Graveside service with military honors for Ernest Dean Look will be conducted Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. at the Oak Ridge Cemetery, Cuba, Missouri. Ernest Dean Look is survived by a daughter, Tammy Deanne Hance, and husband Tim of Rolla, son Ronald Dean Look and friend Laura Klaus of Rolla, and daughter Amanda Leanne Rasco, that's Mandy, and husband Brian of Littleton, Colorado, sister Celia Lucille Lotes of Colville, Washington. One daughter-in-law, Heather Look of St. James, also survives, along with longtime family friends Randy and Linda Green of St. James. 11 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren also survive, and all arrangements for Ernest Dean Look are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Chalmer Ray Morse of Salem passed away April 15th at the age of 84 years. Funeral services for Chalmer Morse will be Friday, April 19th at 1 p.m. in the afternoon at the Salem Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation will be held prior to the service from 11 a.m. until service time at 1 o'clock. Entry will be at the North Lawn Cemetery. Chalmer Morse is survived by his wife of 64 years, Gail Morse of the Home, daughter Deborah Ann Cook of Rolla, son Edward Morse and partner Dennis Enlow of Rolla, sister Patricia Kurtz and husband Ian of Pomona, and a host of nieces, nephews, extended family, and friends. And all arrangements for Chalmer Ray Morse of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. Alma Jean Kelly, age 90, formerly of Salem, passed away Tuesday, April 16th in Rolla. Graveside services for Alma Kelly will be Friday at 2 p.m. at the Missouri State Veteran Cemetery in Waynesville. Jean is survived by her husband, Ralph Kelly of Rolla, children, Marcella Colvin of Rolla, Rhonda Kelly of Rolla, Michael Kelly of Oklahoma, and Brenda Rodiger and husband David of Ohio. Siblings, Verna Bullock, Don Plank and wife Ada, Ruth Ladd and husband Steve, Hayden Plank and wife Mary Lou, Carl Plank, Gary Plank and wife Carol, and Richard Plank and wife Carol. A host of grandchildren and great-grandchildren also survive, as well as several nieces, nephews, other relatives, and friends. And all arrangements for Alma Jean Kelly, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Please stay tuned. I'll be back with more of Civic Record.
Southtown Furniture in Salem is your local authorized appliance dealer for Speed Queen washers and dryers. Speed Queen is the most dependable washer and dryer available today, featuring their famous commercial design using only the highest quality metal components. These components are tested for over 10,000 cycles or 25 years of life at 8 loads per week. Your clothes will always come out cleaner with Speed Queen's large size agitator and wash tub, both rotating, allowing water to move through the heaviest fabric to create a better, gentle wash. Stop by Southtown Furniture today, your local authorized appliance dealer for Speed Queen washers and dryers, Highway 19 South, right here in Salem. It's Southtown Furniture.
Continuing with Civic Record, everyone is invited out Friday night, April 19th, to the Salem Eagles Club. They'll be having karaoke by Stevie's Small Town Karaoke DJ from 7 to 11, and the kitchen will be open from 5 to 8. It's open to the public at the Salem Eagles Club, located on Highway 32 West, just past the airport. The Creative Arts Center will be holding a Pokemon painting party with Isabel Kanak on Friday evening, April 19th from 4 to 6. If you're a Poke fan, come create your own fake Mon or replicate an existing character. While this painting is geared towards a younger audience, all ages are welcome to come and paint. This class will be a step-by-step format, and the cost is $15, which includes all supplies. Class registration is on a first-come, first-served basis with online registrations. Interested persons can sign up under programs at the SalemCommunityBetterment.com website for activities at the Creative Arts Center. There must be at least 2 people sign up to hold the class, and it'll be topped out at 15. The Salem Eagles Ladies Auxiliary is hosting a dance for individuals with special needs from 2 to 4, Saturday, April 20th. Then Moonshine Express goes live at 8 o'clock. Both of these events are open to the public. The Salem Eagles Club, located on Highway 32 West. There'll be a gospel singing at the Cherryville Church of God Saturday, April 20th at 6 o'clock in the evening. The gospel singing will feature Dave and Bonnie Callahan from Cuba. There will be fellowship following the singing. Pastor Clifford and Delphia Bridgman welcome everyone to come and enjoy the music. Church is located on Highway 19 north of Salem in Cherryville. The Bone Break Center of Nature and History will be hosting Springfest Sunday, April 21st from 1:30 to 4. Join them in their Maypole Dance, a traditional festival to welcome spring. Enjoy strawberries and ice cream or play some Victorian games and crafts. See their Facebook page for scheduled events and details. All ages are welcome, and if you'd like more information, contact Janet Price online at bonebreakcentersalem@gmail.com. Well, let's look at that menu for today at the Salem Senior Center, 604 North McGrath Lane. Their menu includes beef stew with biscuits, stew vegetable in entrees, mixed fruit, and I'm sure they'll have milk and dessert as well. Now, that menu may change without notice based upon availability of food. They'll serve the lunch from 11 to 12, and their soup and salad bar serving starts at 10:30. The suggested contribution, if you're 60 years of age and above, is $5. Those under the age of 60, it's $7. If you'd like more information from the Salem Senior Center, 604 North McGrath Lane, feel free to call 573-729-2373. Well, that has been the Civic Record, a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased. Civic Record has been brought to you by Southtown Furniture, located on Highway 19 south at Roosevelt, 2 blocks south of the Crossroads Shopping Center. You can call them today at 573-729-3422 or stop by Southtown Furniture. Part of the Bodor family of furniture stores with the 4th generation serving you, Southtown Furniture, truly where the bargains are.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
Did Did you know that Salem Memorial District Hospital Rehab Department is growing and adding services? Hi, I'm Gina Daniels, the Director of Rehab at Salem Memorial Hospital. We have certified therapists that specialize in wound care and lymphedema management. Discuss your rehab needs with your physician and come see us. Let our friendly and caring staff help you get your life back. Call 573-729-6626 to schedule an appointment. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
Here at KSMO, we have 7 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. It's time to take another look at that Salem Senior Citizen menu for today, and it's brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio. Beef stew with biscuits, stewed vegetables in entree, mixed fruit. That's the menu for today. Now, it may change without notice based on the availability of food. They'll start their serving of their soup and salad bar at 10:30, then the lunch will be served from 11 to 12:30. The suggested contribution? If you're over the age of 60, it's $5, and those under the age of 60, it's $7. If you need more information from the Salem Senior Center, 604 North McGrath Lane, feel free to call 573-729-2373. And that's been the Senior Citizen Menu for today, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio.
Missouri families have seen how terrible cancers caused by HPV can be.
To hear the words, "you have cancer," it strikes you to your core.
Fighting cancer is expensive.
When given at age 11 or 12, the HPV vaccine provides lifelong cancer prevention.
Why not protect them for the rest of their life?
Let's prevent cancer together by getting the vaccine, stopping the spread of HPV.
A message from Missouri Immunization Coalition.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and in case you missed the countdown last weekend, Parker McCollum had the #1 song in country music for the third time in his career with Burn It Down. And he's got some stiff competition this weekend going against Morgan Wallen and Eric Church. Can Parker McCollum hold on for the top, or will Morgan and Eric take that country cake? Anything can happen. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Your information source. KSMO Salem.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. The first bill to pass both chambers in this year's Missouri legislative session is a bill that would fund over $2.2 million to help with illegal border crossings at the southern border. Governor Mike Parson has sent about 200 National Guard members and up to 22 Highway Patrol troopers to the U.S.-Mexico border. The extra spending bill is designed to support Operation Lone Star to curb illegal border crossings and smuggling. A recently passed Missouri House bill that's now in the hands of the Senate would beef up penalties against suspects who flee from police and put law enforcement at risk. The bill's sponsor, Wildwood Republican Justin Sparks, named the bill after his fallen colleague, St. Louis County Police Detective Tony Valentine. He was killed in 2021 when a fleeing suspect crashed head-on into his patrol car. Sparks wants to create a Class D felony if a suspect recklessly flees from or detains law enforcement using a vehicle.
This is very obviously personal to me because not only have I, in my 15 years of law enforcement, watched and experienced and witnessed criminals fleeing from police at high rates of speed, putting themselves, police officers, and members of the general public at risk of serious physical injury or death. But I've actually seen the collateral damage.
Several attempted amendments failed from House Democrats, including one from St. Louis Democrat Lakeisha Bosley, who wants to hold police accountable for, quote, unlawfully pursuing a vehicle. Also, the Missouri House has given a green light to a wide-ranging crime package. Highlights of the plan include changes to jury duty pay, tougher punishment for people who fire a gun into the air to celebrate, and it would create mental health treatment courts. Salem State Rep Ron Copeland says his bill would also put convicted murderers on a registry when they're out on parole.
We're wanting to make sure if a violent criminal moves into the state, committed first or second degree murder, that the neighbors actually know about that. It's kind of somewhat like the sex offender list.
The legislation requires another House vote of support before moving to the Senate for potential changes. This is Missouri Net.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events, so call your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent or visit mofbinsurance.com to find an agent near you. And we'll make sure you have the right coverage for each of life's wins.
Getting ready to take on spring? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel battery tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, right now you can save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Offer valid on select AK System sets for a limited time only while supplies last. See participating dealer for details.
Missouri House Ethics Committee's work is not over involving allegations against the House Speaker. Anthony Morabith reports.
The committee has canceled 2 of its follow-up meetings after making public its months-long investigation linked to complaints against House Speaker Dean Plocher. The complaints involve allegations of false expense reports, contract irregularities, staff firings, and retaliatory threats, but no wrongdoing was found. The report recommended a letter of reprimand as well as tweaks to chamber and committee rules to allow the group to investigate the Speaker, but it was soundly rejected by a 6-2 vote. In a news release, Republican Chairwoman Hannah Kelly said that the inquiry remains active and an affirmative decision by a majority of the committee members is required.
The Andrew Mellon Foundation has awarded UMKC $5 million to fund humanities internships. And Missouri Congressman Emanuel Cleaver has joined a bipartisan group of lawmakers in criticizing the U.S. Postal Service's recent nationwide consolidation and review announcements. This is Missouri Net.
Missouri families